Medgwa Sinatae, Butterfly Patterns of Light, is a project designed to enlighten and create change about HIV/AIDS in the Aboriginal community. Art making is the medicine.
Here's our teacher.
But when we were younger, our parents never really taught us anything or spoke to us about sex education or anything.
No.
It was just something that,
Or
that-
we were away most of the
yeah, we were in school,
School.
residential school and that.
yeah.
But then, like Marie mentioned, they kind of set the example for all the kids, for all of us, all my brothers and sisters. But you know how we were brought up.
But they teach that in schools, like sex at schools now, don't they?
Yeah.
But before, my mom never used to mention, anything like that. My grandmother.
We used to get it from our friends
Yeah.
at school.
Yeah, at school,
Yeah.
yeah. I never asked any questions because I thought that was, kind of sacred and, yeah, so.
You behave and respect yourself,
Yeah,
respect your body.
exactly.
Yeah,
She said
I
it's
used
fine.
to believe that, I really believed that you couldn't have anything to do with the man until you were married.
That's right.
But nowadays, the TV, look at the TV, they jump in bed when they first shake, they don't even shake hands.
In so many communities too, they change partners, they get married for not even a year, they're already living with another man.
Yeah.
Or another girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, exactly.
It's really different,
Yeah.
really different now.
Yeah.
And it's, like the parents don't say nothing to their young people, like they don't say nothing.
When we were conceiving the ideas for this blanket, some women from the Native Women's Transition Center suggested that we put the bears as protection around our whole communities, because according to the traditional teachings, the bears carried the medicines and they acted as a protector for ourselves, our communities, our families. And so the significance of the bear surrounding this blanket is about that, and we hope that young people today use safe sex as a way of protecting themselves against the HIV/AIDS virus, which is 100% totally preventable. And I think if any message that we carry as older women is that we need to really be able to talk about sexual education and healthy relationships really openly, because the times are very perilous, and the young people still need us to be really frank about that part of our development, about their development. And I hope that they will always walk along safe paths, and the bears will protect them. So that's the message here. The teachings that we have is that women are the water carriers, and that we have a special responsibility to making sure that our wombs are clear and clean, so that our babies are in good health when they're born. We actually have a very large responsibility, seventh generations down the road, of everything that we do in our lives today must be for the benefit of seventh generations.
Brothers, we have much to say. We have a story to share from this day. Some teachings to bring from those gone away.
it's also a part of our spiritual journey around knowing that, we're connected to universal cosmic forces like Grandmother Moon that will help us reclaim that peace that was lost, that we can reclaim it, that we have an inherent right as human beings to reclaim our identity, and that's a part and parcel of our identity, that we really need help to relearn that, including me. We need to relearn that because we are actually products of how we were raised.
Where do children learn about sexuality? And some parents believe that in the schools they're giving too much information. And the fear is like, wow, if you teach your child about sexuality, they're going to do it.
Should they allow condoms to be in the school for kids to access? Well, of course they should. Because prevention and protection is still far more important an issue than try to hide the fact that, or preventing sex from, as human beings, that's what they do.
It should be something that's talked about as sacred. But what I don't understand is our body is sacred, our relationships are sacred, but it all gets distorted in this world because when you look at media, they're not really showing or role modeling sacredness. And I think as our youth, they get a lot of mixed messages.
From my mom. Yeah, she really gave me a strong foundation for what a woman should be and what a woman in life.
Is this what a woman is?
Oh no. No. She's taught me a lot, life quality skills about a woman.
Because we weren't taught how to love, how to respect people, because our parents were alcoholics. So we just learned on ourselves, okay, I guess maybe I'll have sex with this person, it's my cousin, it's all right. We weren't taught, like, let's just have sex, unprotected sex.
The way we were brought up was, to me, like it was all hush-hush, like not to talk about sex. It's like so dirty, like the dirty word or whatever. Yes.
I learned about sex through books and TV and movies. I learned about what sex was. I didn't practice sex till I was 17 years old. It was a taboo subject in our home too, and I think that was just that generation.
Nothing mentioned about sex, nothing, I didn't learn about HIV and AIDS and all these STDs, and they don't even have no pamphlets at the nursing stations, the band office, the school. Nothing about HIV and AIDS, practice of safe sex, Hep C and all that kind of stuff. And that's what I like to learn more. And I'm positive myself.
First time I heard about it was on TV, that basketball player that had it. What's his name?
Magic Johnson.
Yeah, him. That's how I heard about it. Like, not just us people have it, like the stars too.
I would say there's more people in the community that are positive and don't know it. These people don't seem to come in until they're sick. And these are the ones that, due to various circumstances, their living conditions, we don't know what's happened in their lives. They basically are trying to survive on a day-to-day basis, so getting tested for HIV is not high on their list. Everything you say to me during this session is confidential. People that get tested are covered through the Personal Health Information Act, and your results are confidential, and results are documented in your chart. So no one can come and look at your results without asking your permission. And hopefully people in the future will just ask for this testing, because we need to take away that the feeling of fear for getting HIV testing done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But one good thing, HIV is treatable, so that's why it's important people come in for HIV testing, so they know if they are positive, so they can get treatment. And it's treatable but not curable. So any virus we get in our body is there forever. I'll ask you to name your partners in the last 3 months, get information from them, and either you can contact them to say they need to come in for testing for HIV, or we can call them, public health can call them in, whichever is easiest for you.
My brother and discovered about him having HIV, and that got me involved with the Aboriginal AIDS Task Force in 1990 in Winnipeg, Manitoba. And that was a fairly new initiative. We wanted education to go into the communities, and we wanted people to have support.
The only time that's open to them, if that person gets HIV or somebody that's close to them, like a daughter or son, whatever, gets it, that's when they start, like, you know, opening up and not opening up, but starting to try to learn about it, like, you know. But all this time they're blocking it. No, I'm not going to get it. None of my family's going to get it.
If people listened to what was going on and what this virus was all about, it wouldn't be such an epidemic today. If they took the time to sit there and listen, acquired immune deficiency syndrome, what does that mean and how does it affect me? And what can I do to prevent it? No, it wouldn't be as big as it is today. Serial killer, oh, it'll never happen to me. Well, that's what they think with AIDS, and that's exactly what I thought. Oh, it'll never happen to me, never. And here it is, it's happening to me, you know? And I was one of those people. I didn't listen. If I took the time to listen back then, I wouldn't be sick today.
For me, I don't have the virus, but I do have another virus called Hep C. And time and time again, I don't know how I got it, where I got it from, but all the things I've done, who knows, could have been either one of the things I've done how I've caught it. But I've got it anyways, and I mean, it was hard for me because of the way I was brought up. I didn't want to tell anybody.
If they find out a person is positive, they start, like, you know, hey, that person is positive HIV and AIDS, like, you keep away.
I tell people now that I have it, and it's taken a toll on me. It's hard. And it's hard for my family. My mother just tells everybody I'm sick. She's still in denial that I have it. She just said it. She's just telling everybody, well, she's just sick. She'll get over it. I mean, okay, Mom. You know, if she wants to believe it.
Yeah, because I did go to a psychologist and that. But they didn't work for me. I find it better, more healing to be with women. My peers. Because then you're not so, because when you go to a psychiatrist, I found I was more stigmatized and more, you know, and it even further, maybe placed me further away from my own people.
Randy, can you pass me the blue? And then the same thing, I guess, for me, mine was, I hid myself in society because I was not going to expect somebody to have walked a day in my moccasins.
And as well as all the work that people are doing to help each other with HIV and AIDS through art, whether it's music, whether it's video, whether it's testimony, and even a written song, because a song was brought to the hand drums that the women all learned, that took that song right to another gathering of the Knox United Church, where the pipes were gathered, feast, testimony, song, and the song, HIV and AIDS song, was sung as well. And I truly believe that through the arts helps all of us.
So my heart is hardened like a walnut, but my brain has been bleeding, and I have 29 leaves to my trees up top because each year I've grown, and these are my roots to my base tree.
Because being positive is very emotionally draining. It's like a loss to a person. So they need a lot of counseling, support, peer support. They need places to go that they feel safe to talk about their condition. And I think also people who are positive need more nurses and doctors that will treat them like people, because HIV is a chronic illness, much as diabetes, much as someone who's had a stroke. It's a lifelong illness.
I got asked to move away from my reserve, from the leaders.
And well, that's really deep-rooted, the fear and shame.
When I first became infected, that's when I chose to knowledge myself about everything, about, you know, how is it spread, and how can I prevent it from becoming full-blown AIDS, and what can I do to stay healthy and live a pro-social lifestyle. So I guess I learned just through my public health nurse office and just reading a lot of reading books. One book was called How to Manage Your Health, Living Healthy with HIV. And it's a pretty thick book, and I read it from front to back. I learned everything pretty much from there, and various programs.
I had a sister-in-law that had HIV, and then it turned into full-blown AIDS. And before she passed away, she did go to the schools and stuff, and to the reserves and that. And I was really proud of her. You know, she took her last stand before she passed away to educate people out there, and she made all the family not be scared. You know.
So any family members that are dealing with brothers or sisters or cousins or friends, just a few words, hello, spending time with them, accepting them of who they are, is the best medicine you can give anyone.
For they are the people, we care for them all. We sing of awareness, HIV and AIDS.
The impact of colonization is to disempower people in their totality, eh? That's what I find the most frustrating, and how do we turn that back around so that women have normalized their experience of rape and sex without without having a choice whether or not you have protection or any of that, eh? It's a level of disempowerment now. And it comes from that, I think, from that not having knowledge.
And also in regards to funding, as we know, most marginalized people don't get their fair share of funding. Like when it's where it's needed the most is where it's not going. And because HIV and AIDS is now affecting a different community, it's like when something new happens, we're not talking about it again.
Well, as the HIV population increases, I feel Manitoba Health is going to have to provide HIV services in other places and provide training for doctors and for nurses, specifically in HIV/AIDS area.
Well, I'd like to educate, I say, my community, like the rest. I'd like to educate the parents and then educate the students at the schools. Well, mostly the parents, because they should talk to their kids about safe sex and hand them condoms when they go out, teenagers, youth.
I feel it's time that everybody gets their head out of the sand and start realizing that HIV is going to stay. As long as people are sexually active, there is a risk. Our political leaders need to start educating themselves in regards to HIV, what they can do in their communities to help keep the health of their communities. We see them as leaders, so they need to start empowering themselves, empowering the communities, and basically, like I say, get their head out of the sand and start looking at what's happening to their communities. Everybody needs to start being responsible for their own health. Part of that is, I think, getting tested for HIV and knowing your HIV status. And we all need to be healthy in order to raise our children, help raise our grandchildren, and if we don't look after our health, who is?